Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Sunday to you. Oh, what a weekend. What a weekend. So started off Friday after work. Headed up to Lee's for the Pucks Against Cancer show, which of course Strike 13 was playing at. And got everything there, got everything set up. Ran over to the Bulldog, grabbed some food. And then the show itself started at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Started at 9 o'clock. With, had it written down. Kismet Project, Kismet Theory. I don't remember the exact name. And I apologize for that. But they kind of kicked ass. It was Angela B., who was the daughter of the gentleman who unfortunately passed away, who we're doing the benefit for. And so they got up there and it was covers. It was more blues based. They did like a really, really cool bluesy version of Valerie. The song Amy Winehouse made famous. That was kind of cool. They did like Give Me One Reason, Tracy Chapman. They did a really killer version of Etta James at Last. They impressed me. They were good. The singer Angela, she's got some pipes, man. And the guitar player is really good. What a way to start a night. And then we went on and did our thing. And I live streamed it. I don't know if anybody saw that. But it was cool because we got to the last song, which was, before that. So we had a couple of new people up on stage with us. It was me and Timmy and Jenna. And then we had a fill and bass player who was Derek, who was also the bass player for Zipper Merge, who played third. And then we had a rhythm guitarist named Tracy sitting in with us. So that was cool. It kind of filled out the sound and made it all big and huge and all that. But then last song, and there is a video of this too, which I think I've already shared. Because we had so many cameras on us that night, it was kind of insane. I mean, the whole event. Because I had my phone. Timmy, I think, had two cameras, one kind of stationary, one that somebody was operating, and then he had his GoPro, which I had on the amp next to me. So I'm curious to see that footage. And then they had a couple other photographers, and I don't know if they were doing just stills or video, but it was a well-covered event, put it that way. And it was at Lee's, and it was my first time playing Lee's, which is awesome. Hope to do a lot more stuff there, because the staff is always cool, and the sound was just awesome. It's just a great place. If you have the chance to play there or go to a show there, do it, because it's awesome. So last song was this song called Bro Him by Pennywise, and that's been our closing song for the last couple of gigs now. Last couple of shows, it's easier to say. But this time, because it's a song of loss and remembrance, and I think all that stuff, Timmy actually insisted that we fill the stage. So we got all the other bands up there. We got all these other people up there to sing the chorus. So, I mean, by the end, there was probably 20 people on stage, which was pretty insane. And everybody singing along with the chorus, and it was just awesome. It was just great. It was a good time. I mean, sad cause, but it was a celebration of life, and we made it that. We tried to, at least. And so then we were done, and second band up was the Saboteurs, our good friends the Saboteurs, who did their set, and they were awesome. And then Zipper Merge was on, and they closed out the night really, really well. Closed the night with their version of Wrecking Ball, which is awesome. If you ever get a chance to see Zipper Merge, you should, because they're not only good guys, they're a awesome band. So that was Friday. And side personal note, I perhaps indulged a little bit more than I probably should have, but it was the celebratory feel of the night. So let's just say it was a rough Saturday morning, and I'll just leave it at that. And of course, Saturday was Mason Metalfest 2, which started at, music started at 4. I got home 2-ish, 2:30ish, something like that, somewhere around there. Went to bed right away. Got up, I was up by 10, probably. Kind of bummed around the house. Really, was not feeling great at all. Really debated if I wanted to go or not. Finally, just said screw it. I mean, there are so many bands there, and I had to talk to Greg anyway about something. Greg Chilton, and I knew he was going to be there, so I figured I'll just go, despite not feeling the best. And so I went, got there about 10 to 4, and yeah, still not feeling great. Tried a little hair of the dog, and which did not work that well. Ordered a pizza, that helped, and then as the night kind of progressed, I got really tired, and I was just kind of, and I mean, I should have stuck it out, but whatever. So I left about 9 o'clock or so, just kind of snuck out, and got home and pretty much just went straight to bed because I was tired. But going back, so again, yet another incredible festival that that Richard and Mason put together. First band up, we'll just go through I watched 6 of the 10 bands, and so I was really kind of bummed because the 4 that I missed were the double shot Mike Kieran drumming of Semtex and Krog. Krog, I don't think I've ever seen play live before, so I was kind of looking forward to them. And then the double thrash attack of Solace and Murder and Hex Vortices. And if you watched any of these, you know that Hex Vortices is like my favorite local band. So it's really kind of bummed to miss them guys. But there'll be other shows. I mean, they should be releasing their album at some point this year. So I will be sure not to miss that CD release party. So I made it 6 out of 10. That's not bad. Obviously, I would have stayed the whole night if I was feeling up to it, but you know how those things are. So anyway, first band up is a band I first saw. I think I've only seen them once, maybe twice. I don't remember. But it's a band called Distal Descent, and this is their release, Vessels of Madness. And of course, I had to get the matching t-shirt. because you do. And so I first saw these guys way back in September at Sword Metalfest out at Nyson's, and I thought they were good. I thought they were even better Saturday night. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot, and they were just killer. Um, Next up was my buddies Karma Sutra, and they kicked ass like they always do. Um, yeah, Karma Sutra rocks. And then there was a little band called Mortic, and this is Trent Horsehead, who was also in Living Through Ghosts. I first knew of him because of Living Through Ghosts, and then he has this new band, Mortic, who are also very, very kick-ass, and you should see them. All of it heavy, all of it, what it is. And then, who is next? Oh, and the next was the only band on the bill I had never seen or even heard of, this band called Forever and Grey, who I was unfamiliar with. And they came out and they had the power and they had the chops, but it was just a little bit, there's just something about some bands that are very aggressive isn't the right word because it's metal, so all metal is kind of aggressive. When it's over masculine, is that the word I'm looking for? That might be. When it's just very, very, I don't know, there's just something about the vocals that are very, very almost feels like you're being attacked. I mean, nothing against the singer. He did a good job, but there was just something about, and I've run into a few bands like this where it's just a little bit too, and I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. That being said, I mean, I was impressed by them. Their musicianship was right up there. But yeah, there's something a little off on the vocals for me. But there you go. And then the last two bands that I saw, first one was Echoes of the Fallen, who I'd seen before. Don't ask me where, because I don't remember. Oh, I saw them at Hook and Ladder. Yes. Hook and Ladder looks like right about a year ago. So there you go. But this is the first time I saw them. I've seen them with Sean Chapman, I believe his last name is Chapman, who is the drummer for the Omega Sequence. Another one of my probably top 10 bands. He's also recently just joined Echoes of the Fallen. So this is the first time I've seen Echoes of the Fallen with him, and Jesus Christ, that dude is just, yeah, he good. So I was kind of standing next to my buddy Dom, who just did his last shows with Infamous Memories, and we're kind of talking drummer talk, and yeah, we both kind of looked at the end of the set and kind of went, yeah, wow. And then so I didn't get to talk to you. I mean, I did. I talked to you a little bit, John, but if I ever get around, when I get around to doing if I get around to doing actual interviews with people, which is kind of a goal for this year, you're definitely on the list, because I think it'd be interesting to pick at your brain a little bit. But so he was he was impressive, and I liked Echo's set more than I remember when I saw them last year, which is good. And then the next band up, last band that I saw, was Sai Mathwa, who I've seen a few times. and really, really like. They're again an instrumental metal band, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around, but you know. Um, and then of course you have Tony Lent, the drummer from Saimata, who, as I was talking to Dom, he's like, yeah, we've talked online and probably at shows and stuff, but I've never seen him play, and I'm like, dude, this dude's a monster. You'll like him, and he is. He's an absolute just monster. Which is why he won Drummer of the Year at, I believe, the first Metis. Um, and so I had to leave after their, not had to, I chose to leave after their set. So I missed, as I said, I missed Semtex and Krog and Solace and Murder and Hex Vortices. I'm sure you all put on killer sets because you're all killer bands, and I apologize for dipping out, but sometimes you gotta. Um, the other thing that I had, so Best Seat in the House, which is the organization, I think it's an organization, that Richard set up to help spread the word and spread awareness and stuff. They had some merchandise made. There's a Mason logo that they came up with. And they had this on t-shirts, but they did not have my size. They also had a Mason Metalfest t-shirt with a logo on the front and then all the bands listed on the back. Didn't have it in my size. So I'm going to have to talk to Richard about that and see if I can get, because it was a cool t-shirt, man. But they also made a compilation CD, which has, I think, all the bands, maybe not all the bands from this year, but some of the bands from this year, some of the bands from last year, and then just a couple thrown on there, like Agony Reigns and Fix a Glitch, and yeah, it's a good. I don't know if you can't read that, but let's see if we can. There we go. That's, you can kind of read it. Um, so yeah, so it was cool that they had merch, and that's awesome. Again, just another way to help them, you know, do what they do. Do what they do. So yeah, yeah, it was a good weekend, man. And then earlier today, I watched the Netflix Motley Crue movie, The Dirt, which was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be a lot cheesier and a lot, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to put, you know, even 20 years of a career into an hour or 2 hour movie. They did a fairly good job. They had some scenes that kind of surprised me that I didn't think they'd frankly be allowed to show, and they did, and that was cool. They hit some of the high points. And if you've seen it, let me know. Let me know what you thought. And the only big thing that I think they missed is the fact that after Nikki's overdose, when they all got clean, they kind of had him go on and do whatever, but they forgot to mention, and I thought this should have been at least mentioned, the fact that their first sober show, if I'm correct, if I have my facts straight, their first sober show was in Moscow in front of like 300,000 people or something. And that was not mentioned at all. And I think that would have been one of the high points. But, who am I to judge? I'm not a movie maker. But other than that, I mean, I think they did a fairly good job of portraying the events and the scene and everything. So if you get a chance, and if you're a Crew fan, or if you're a fan of that whole LA rock scene and the strip and all that, check it out. It's pretty good. I think that's all I got. I think that is all I got. So have a good week. let's see, this coming up weekend, I've got a show with off-duty astronauts on Saturday at Nison's. So if you feel like coming out, come out. That'd be awesome. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So not a whole lot going on. So have a good week. Stay safe. All that.